How you going? Hear a police car or something? I've got the hands-free going so I can talk to you guys without breaking the law, which I've been known to do. Today's video for the Bro Check Club is about dealing with fame and why it's such a fucking horrible thing to have. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. I guess you're probably thinking, well, hold on, this is not me, I'm not famous, and this has got nothing to do with my life and how I live. Well, no, it probably hasn't, and you're a lucky bastard if you're not known by lots of people, because fame doesn't bring anything other than inflating your ego, which doesn't make you happy. Doesn't bring anything good to your life at all. Some of my most favourite people in the world have taken their lives, and they were very famous. Chris Cornell, fantastic singer of a band that I just loved. Well, many bands actually. He sung in many different bands. I actually preferred his solo work with acoustic guitar most of all. You might know him through the band Audio Slave, but there was lots of bands he was in. And at my age, and he took his life. And many, many more. And then of course you got the 29 Club, all the people that either killed themselves with drugs and alcohol, which is a form of suicide because just not loving yourself and not caring about yourself and numbing yourself down all the time to the point that you end up dead anyway. And the 29 Club, Kurt Cobain, who I also grew up with, and a whole string more, Jim Morrison, it just goes on and on. And it is a form of suicide when you're taking so many drugs and you just don't care to the point that your body's internal organs go, fuck, I've had enough, it's time to die. So, what the thing is with people that want to be famous, and I fall into that category a little bit because in Europe, for many years, 13 years, I made my money as a singer, and in order to make money and survive, I had to have a certain amount of popularity and fame, and consequently I was known by a lot of people over there. It was a different life, different world. I was under a different name. I was working under the show name of Spider, and I was very successful. I had lots of groupies, made lots of money, and all the whistles and bells, and to tell you the truth, underneath it all I was just fucking miserable. It didn't really do anything for me. I played on a big television program called the Wochenspieler. Go to 15 million people would see that show. So being a YouTuber today in little old New Zealand is tiny compared to what it was back then, and I couldn't get away from it fast enough, to tell you the truth. I gave away all the money. It was great money. We're talking 20 years ago now. 2000 I came back, although I did do tours up to 2005, and I gave away all the whistles and bells because I just wanted to come back to the peace of the bush, my boat at the sea, raise my children in a place that wasn't with lots of drugs, sex, drugs and alcohol and all that shit that goes with it. And I was a lot happier, but it also took me a time to adjust. People that want to be famous, they think it'll make them happy, they think it'll give them something special, they'll think they'll be a better person for it, or they'll have a better life, and you won't. You may get more money, but that even won't make you happier. You may get more women, but that even won't make you happier. You may get your ego stroked and people telling you, oh, you're a good bastard, but that even won't make you happier. You're doing it for the wrong reasons if you think it's going to increase that. The only reason I can see to really become famous is if you think you can use it to improve other people's lives other than your own. That's the only reason I can see that's ever going to make you feel like you're doing something that's worthwhile. If your objective is to get the pat on the back all the time, well, the bigger your ego is, the bigger you're going to fall. Most people come undone because of their ego, because they get this sort of idea of they're something special, and then one day they find out that their shit stinks just as much as the bloke next door's, and one day they find out that they're going to be a pile of dust in the ground just like the guy next door. You're all going to end up dead. We came into this world with absolutely bloody nothing, and when we leave it, well, we can't take it with us, so we're leaving with nothing. If you've got a flash car or flash boat or flash house, you aren't taking it with you. You can pass it on to your kids maybe, or to your loved ones, or your wife, to your charity that you want to choose, but you're not going to take it with you. So anything you get in the middle between being born and dying out the end is just a bonus. That's the way I see it. If I lost everything material today, I would be going, okay, I wouldn't let it fuck me up like it does a lot of people. People commit suicide over losing their finances. There's no way. The most precious thing we have is time. It's not money. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. So fame damages people, and what they end up doing is, and celebrities particularly, you see this, they end up acting out a version of themselves to try to keep everything going. They keep on acting out a version of themselves, and when they don't, when they change, and I saw this myself with my Clay Tool Stories channel, when I got sick of one thing, which I periodically did, and changed another, people would get upset. But I'm not living my life to create a YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is my life, so I'm not going to change that. And if people don't like it, that's not my problem, that's their problem. And that's how you should be with everything in your life. If you're living your life to please everybody, you can't do it. It's impossible. You can make some people happy, but you're not going to please everybody all the time. You never will. And if you're trying to, you're pushing shit uphill. Ain't going to happen. So fame, I see fame as actually can be quite destructive. It is destructive. A lot of people come under the umbrella of they get it really quickly, suddenly, particularly young people that have got natural talent. Suddenly, from one moment to the next day, they've got it, then they don't know how to handle it, and it cripples them. I've seen YouTubers that have grown up overnight only to not be able to handle the hate and all the negativity you get, because the bigger you become and the more well known you become and the more well loved you become, there's another side to that you become hated. Probably one of the most loved musicians and hated musicians in the world would be Justin Bieber. If you're looking at stats on YouTube, he's got the most hated video with something like 1 million dislikes. So it's more than that, it's ridiculous. I haven't looked at it, but I was reading about it in a psychology magazine I was reading, and he has also attributed the most likes in one video. And President Trump would be another one. He's hated by so many people around the world. He's probably one of the most hated presidents, but he's also loved by so many. Imagine living like that. Fucking horrible. So enjoy the word I'm trying to look for. It sounds like anonymity, but that's not quite right. Write it down below. It's when people don't know you. Enjoy that. That's a great thing to have. And I enjoy it, and that's the reason that I made my Clay Tool Stories name under a name that wasn't my real own personal name, to keep myself a little bit of privacy, because I still have people rock up to the driveway to come and shake my hand and bring me something without sending me a message first, which is an intrusion on my privacy. I handle it very well, because I have so many visitors these days. I just like, mate, how you going? I'm busy right now. Come back tomorrow if you're free, because I'm working on this project. And I'm always working on a project, so for people to get me and have time, it's rare. I accept the fact that I have created a persona that's not totally 100% me, because I don't talk about all my idiosyncrasies and all the things about myself which is shit, although I'm pretty good at owning my own shit, but there's certain parts of myself which I keep to myself, just like you do, and we all do. Being famous I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, to tell you the truth. Popularity and all that there is no fun at all. It's hard work. And you've got to have a level head, and you've got to have a thick skin, because insults will get thrown at you. They will get hurled at you. People will say the most hurtful things. When I went through my operation for advanced prostate cancer, I had 2 tumours that I was getting removed, and it meant a lot of changes, a lot of loss, and I had some terrible things said to me about that when I was going through it. Things that you'd never say to somebody's face that were hurtful. I was very, very quick to jump on top of them and inside myself, not the person, disregard the person, very quickly to go, this person's obviously struggling, this person obviously has a shitty life, to have the need to say something so cruel to someone who's fighting for their life and who's going to lose a lot of functions. This person must be really having it tough. I turned it around inside myself rather than get angry and allow myself to get hurt. But I was hurt. I was hurt initially, and it was like, the reason I was hurt was because they'd said things I hadn't even thought of that I was now having to face. My recovery has been really, really good. I'm now at 0. My blood's it's undetectable, the cancer, 2 years down the track. And a lot of that's got to do with this bit of jelly between my ears. It's been processing things in a positive way, keeping myself moving, going outside of myself, extending myself outside of myself, and mostly helping other people. If I sat around all day thinking about, oh Jesus, here I am now sitting in a pair of adult fucking diapers, pissing myself, and I've got blood coming out again, and oh, this hurts. If I sat around and reflected on that fuck me dead. I'd get depressed. I'd be a sorry state. I'd be useless, and I'd be of no value to my children, no value to you guys, no value to the young guys I look after, no value to the people I love, no value to my livestock, no value to my dogs. I'd be hopeless. Instead, I've gone outside of myself and put my energy into helping other people. I don't even give it a thought about what I've lost or what's going on, because there's no time for it. I can't be anything more than positive. That's all I can be. So today's Bro Check video is about fame, and if you are a person that's really like trying to get it as much as you can in your life, think about carefully. There's an old Chinese saying, be careful what you wish for you just may get it. And we see this, people who work so hard to get something, and finally when they got it, they're fucking miserable. Be happy with the people you've got in your life. That's what's most important, the people that you love and love you. Nurture those relationships, particularly with your children and your partner. Have a great day. That was today's Bro Check video. I hope you got something out of it. Much love. Go steady. See you later.